Shri Ganesha Sharada Gurubhyo Namaha Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitaya Pataye Namaha. Welcome to all for this session on Ramayana to chapter 67 of Aranya Kanda. In the previous chapters, we saw Lakshmana trying to console Rama and trying to trigger his intellect, trying to bring up his intellect from his deep state of anguish. He went on to console him and asked him to identify the real culprit behind the abjection of Sita so that all his action can be concentrated on that one particular person who could be easily eliminated with his full throat action. Often, while searching out for the real adversary, we end up mistaking a good friend of us, good someone who is ready to die for us, as an adversary, and we may end up taking action which will be the greatest tragedy of our life. And here a similar situation happens where Jatayu, who had fought with Ravana to save Sita, finally dropped down dead to the ground because his wings are cut off, and he was lying in the pool of blood, was mistaken by Rama for being a demon who killed Sita. But these opposite words, full of wisdom, attested uttered by his younger brother Lakshmana, Raghava, regaining possession of himself, rallied with courage anew, controlling his wrath. The long armed Rama, leaning on his marvelous bow, said to Lakshmana, "O my friend, what should be done now? Where shall we go? O Lakshmana, how shall we find Sita again? Let us consider these things carefully. Often it so happens people who are young to us, and often our own children, will be capable of triggering the intellect in us, which is lost because of the situation. So immediately, most of the time I don't say it is lost, it may that intellect may be sleeping at that moment because of the situation, and they will be able to wake it up. And here Lakshmana could able to wake up the intellect existing already in Rama. To these anxious inquiries, Lakshmana answered, "It is for you to search Janasthana, which is inhabited by innumerable titans and covered with trees and creepers of every kind. There, inaccessible cliffs, chasms, and caves are to be found, and dark caverns inhabited by herds of wild beasts, the retreat of Kinnaras and the resort of Gandharvas. Let me explore these places, as the mountains are not affected by tempest, neither can adversity daunt the wise such as you, O lion among men." Thus speaking, Lakshmana began to scour the forest, and Rama, still chafing under adversity, advanced holding his bow on which was strung a formidable steel pointed shaft. When suddenly he beheld Jatayu, that excellent king of birds, resembling a mountain peak lying on the earth covered with blood. Seeing that great vulture like unto the crest of mountain, Rama said to Lakshmana, "Lakshmana, without doubt, here is the Titan who, ranging the forest under the guise of a vulture, has destroyed Sita, the princess of Videha. Having satisfied himself by devouring that large eyed princess, he is resting at ease. I shall pierce him with my dread and fiery shafts that fly straight to their target." Speaking thus, Rama, fixing a sharp arrow on his bow, ran towards him, and in his ire it seemed he would destroy the earth, whose boundaries are the sea. Vomiting blood, that bird then addressed Rama, the son of Dasharatha, in the mournful accents of one about to die, saying, "O you of long life, that divinity whom you seek in the great forest, as one does a healing herb, has been borne away. That means, oh, the way you are searching for Sita is like searching for a healing herb. She has been borne away by Ravana, as has my wife life also. Both Sita as well the life of Jatayu were taken away by Ravana. O Raghava, in the absence of Lakshmana and yourself, that princess was seen by me being dragged away by the all powerful Ravana. Flying to the aid of Sita, O Lord, Ravana was thrown to the earth by me in the struggle that ensued, and his chariot, the canopy, were shattered. With a stroke of my wing, I slew the charioteer, but being at the end of my strength, my two wings were severed by Ravana's sword. And he, seizing hold of Sita, the princess of Videha, escaped into the air. That Titan has left me here to die. Do not slay me, O prince. I am already killed by Ravana. Receiving these precious tidings concerning Sita, Rama, dropping his great bow, embraced the king of vultures, and then, despite his resolve, fell to the ground, overcome with grief, and began to lament with Lakshmana. Seeing Jatayu alone in that perilous and isolated pathway, mourning unceasingly, Rama, overwhelmed with pity, said to Saumitri, the loss of my kingdom, exile to the forest, the abduction of Sita, and the death of this twice born renders my fate such that it would consume fire itself. Even were the sea filled to the brim, and I do enter to this day that Lord of the rivers, that is sea, would dry up on account of my misfortunes. Such is the adversity that encompasses me, that there is none in all the worlds among animate and inanimate beings who is so wretched as I am. On account of my evil karma, this childhood friend of my father, the mighty king of vultures, lies dying on the earth. Repeating these words again and again to Lakshmana, who accompanied him, Rama began to caress Jatayu, passing his hand lovingly over the body of his father's friend. Thereafter, taking the king of the vultures, whose wings are severed and who has bathed in blood, in his arms, he said, where has Maithili gone, who is dearer to me than life? And having spoken thus, Raghava sank down on the earth. Thus ended chapter 67 of Aranya in Ramayana, where finally Rama realized that the one who is lying in the pool of blood is not any demon but his own close friend and a friend of his father, who tried his best to save Sita from Ravana, who even smashed the chariot of Ravana and killed the charioteer. Namaste Sharada Devi, Kashmira Puravasini. त्वामहं प्रार्थये नित्यं विद्यादानं च देहि मे. Bye.